I know Parker took a fall and then Kevin made his return. I'm just wondering how those guys are looking for tomorrow night.
We haven't practiced, so Parker, I would think, would be questionable. I think would be the official term. We'll see if he can go today. If he's not full speed today, I don't know that he'd be able to give us much tomorrow, or close to full speed. And then Kevin, I haven't heard anything negative, so I anticipate him practicing today.
And lastly, do you know how the speeches will go tomorrow night? As far as who will give speeches?
Do I know how they'll go?
I mean, do you know who's going to give them, and is there like a length of time? Or
Well, I'm asking for an outline of everybody's speech. Yeah, I hope the length of time is reduced dramatically, but we're gonna honor 7 guys tomorrow night. We're gonna honor Pat and Jank and Hunter, Juan, Kevin, Parker, and Nick. Okay, they'll be out there before the game. The only 4 that will speak will be Parker, Nick, Jank, and Hunter. Kevin has already spoken at senior night, and the Juan will not speak because he will be a returnee. And who else? Was there one other? And Patrick can be a returnee next year, even though he'll graduate. So those guys will not speak. The other 4 will. Parker and Nick did not speak at their respective senior nights they had at their other schools. I don't know the color of the flowers the moms will be wearing. I don't know anything beyond that though. I assume the frame jersey will be white, but I'm not positive on that yet. So, but I think it'll probably be last name facing the glass, so that way they'll know it theirs. That's all I know.
You're playing Kansas State again, and they have it all on the line, kind of needing to get a win against you guys and Iowa State to put themselves back in the picture. Just how do you prepare your guys for playing a team that is that desperate, for lack of a better word, and has that much on the line?
Well, I think that they're desperate, maybe, but I think that we're desperate too. So, they beat us the last time, and we've lost 2 in a row. So there's no reason why we shouldn't come out and play desperate as well.
Jank mentioned when he was in here before that he's going to get his first start tomorrow. I was just wondering, I don't know, how'd you decide to reach that decision, and is there anyone else that's going to get a start in sort of an honorific fashion?
Well, how old are you?
26.
So you weren't even born when this started then. Senior start on senior night, regardless of who you play or what, regardless of the magnitude of the game. I think we played a winner-take-all game against Texas, and Brendan Bouchard and Matt Kleinman both started, and I was going, oh crap, can we just get to the 17-minute mark or whatever? And they both played great. But no, so this, I mean, that was a huge game. That's the way we do it. Jank was going to start this game since he arrived on here as his freshman year. So that's how we do it. So you're just too young to know that. So that's how it's going to be. The difference is we have 6 seniors. Oh, we have 7 seniors. Pat won't start. He's coming back next year. There'll be 1 player of the 6 remaining that will not start. And I'll make that determination based on health and whatever other decisions we need to make.
I want to go back to you working with Hunter as a high school person. You know, how much has he changed versus the week or however long that was you worked with him then compared to just?
Well, I didn't work with him. It was the trials were just 3 days back then. Yeah, the way they did it. I loved Hunt. He was a year younger than almost everybody in attendance. He was going to be a high school junior, I believe, and I think everybody else, for the most part, was going to be a high school senior or had just graduated. So he was kind of a youngster with that, but I thought he could really score. He had great touch then, and you know, he had a way about himself from a personality standpoint that was probably beyond his years, and plugged him into all the cool groups, you know, at a pretty young age.
You guys have had a lot of success on senior night. Do you talk to the team about that?
No. Well, I mean, we may talk about, hey, this is gonna be a special night. It's our responsibility to make sure these guys go out in style, you know, that type of stuff, but I won't refer to the past. I think we do that way too much here. I got on Brian the other day, we kept talking about the past and we play a big game the next day. I don't buy into any of that stuff, and so, what's happened in the past will have actually no bearing on what happens tomorrow night, so I don't buy into that.
How pivotal is it to slow down or stop Perry and Carter?
Well, I think they're both pivotal, and you know, Kaluma is scoring at a good rate too. All three of those guys are scoring at a good rate. To me, you know, Perry almost brought them back, not by himself, but it looked like it was almost by himself against Cincinnati the other day when they're down double figures and had a chance. You know, the little guy can just make hard plays, and he beat us at their place, even though their team beat us, but he made many of the plays late to put them in position. That one layup he made, and that three, he made 2 threes and got fouled on the 3. I mean, he really put them in a good position. You know, he's so aggressive and he's so clever, and still yet he's shooting what, 92 or 93% from the free throw line for the year. What is he shooting for the year? 91.4 for the year. So you got to keep him off the free throw line too.
More about that first game, Coach, and their defense has been solid. They held BYU down. You know, how did they get that done?
Well, they defended the arc. You know, BYU was 6 of 31 against them from 3, and then they were 13 of 34 against us. That's a big difference. You know, 21 points behind the arc's a big difference, and you know, the thing about it is with K-State also, you know, they make a lot of threes too. You know, I don't know what their actual numbers are, but as far as average number of makes per game, but it seems, you know, quite a bit higher than ours, and they do a good job. And defensively, they certainly slowed us down the first game and did a good job the way they guarded, and they do some real clever things defensively that can throw teams off. So you know, it'll be a hard game. I think that, you know, they're obviously fast and they can get their shot, and if those 3 guys are scoring from perimeter, you know, their big guys are good enough, you can throw it to them and they can come away with points, but those 3 can, you know, are all capable of putting up 20 plus, 25 plus.
You've been around a lot of teams here. I asked Hunter, or Hunter said that today he got on social media and said he saw some fans comparing this Kansas team to the Chiefs team. Kind of had a rough season, and they compared him to Mahomes and Furphy to Rashee Rice. And do you think, I mean, he said this team is built for a run. Do you see that? I mean, do you think that this team is?
Yeah.
For
I
comparison's
do
sake?
see some similarities in this. I see that the Chiefs at one time were like 9-6 or something. Is that right?
Right.
And you know, we're 21-8, and I can see some similarities that both probably thought their records would be better after their 15 games and our 29 games, especially based on the good non-conference we had. So I see that as a similarity. There is one difference. They've done it, and we hadn't even got started yet. So could there be a similarity? Could we make a run like that? Absolutely. I don't see his comment as being off base, but there's a lot of work that has to go into it to put yourself in a position where you can actually have a chance to have success like that. I've seen Patrick throw a deep ball, and I've seen Hunter throw our home run pass. I don't see any similarities in that whatsoever. So.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
That's it.